right, guys, let's get started here. Thanks for joining. Appreciate you guys. Today, we want to give some tips. Tuesday's a tips day, and we want to give some tips on anything techy. And one of the things we want to talk about is sales, okay? And some of the words we should leave out when you're making sales, right? So, for example, one of the biggest things is, a lot of salespeople are talkers, right? And that's perfect. But sometimes you get too talkative. You talk too much. You say words that you are pretty much like bad words, right? That you should stay away from. So we have a list of words here that we should stay away from. And we want to share them with you guys and kind of give you guys kind of a breakdown of, why these words are commonly used across sales platforms, but shouldn't be used and should be stood away from. So, Bill, you want to talk about one of the particular words that we should be staying away from?
I can, but give me 5 minutes. I'm driving right now. It's pouring rain.
All right, perfect. So let me, Kelly, you want to talk about one of the words that we should stay away from?
Sure, I can start. One of the words that we should stay away from is discount. Obviously, we all want to give discounts because we want to lock in that sale. And for some businesses, discounts work, and for some businesses, it doesn't. A discount can actually hurt your entire company. So, when you give a discount, it lowers your value of your product. Like, it doesn't make your product seem as expensive and to the customer. So basically, when you give that discount in the customer's head, like, yeah, even for me, when I go to a store and I get a discount, I'm like, yeah, they probably paid like $2 for this, and now they're selling it for $50 for me. So you never want to give out the discount because it's going to lower the product. It's going to lower the value of your product. And especially if you're selling high quality products, you don't want the customer to think that product is not what the value of the price that you're giving.
So, also, Kenny, give an example of what, like a scenario almost, of what people would do. I mean, Jack talks about this all the time, and it's great. Give a situation that you would say right off the bat before you even start your day with your conversation. So, can you give something that you hear on like a lot of the recordings?
Yeah, on the recordings, I hear that people give discounts before the person even asks for a discount. So what I was going to say is, it's like when you give a discount, it sets a bad precedent, meaning that once you give a discount, that customer is going to always come in and ask for a discount. So on the calls, like the customer don't assume what the customer has in their pocket or how much money that they have, or never say, oh, I know this is a little bit pricey. Or, we have a discount going on today. Like, you can say offers, like use the word offer, promotion. It's better than just saying a discount. Because once you do give a discount, that customer is going to constantly come in and ask for a discount. And then they're going to ask for other services in that same price range of the discount. So once you give that discount, they're going to be like, oh, shoot, maybe I should ask to them to do this, this, and that within that same discounted price range. And also, it's addictive. Like, giving discounts are addictive. Once you start as a team member, every single customer that comes in, you're going to want to give a discount because it's just addictive to you and it's addictive to customers also. And then you also want to train your customers. You see how Ross compared, like, I don't know if you guys shop, but Ross and Burlington or Ross and Macy's are totally different. They train their customers how to shop. Ross, you can go and there's like a bunch of stuff on the floor because those customers are trained that these are discounted items, so I don't have to treat them or shop as neat as possible. Macy's, there's not a lot of stuff on the floor. It's very clean. They train their customers how to shop. So it's very important that you train your customers that, okay, you know what, this store doesn't really offer discounts. And I know that my product is good. I know that the value is good. And then also, instead of like giving the discounts, like try to give bonuses. So if a customer comes in and, they're asking for a discount and you can't give the discount, just go ahead and price that item as it is on the price list and then give a bonus. I can throw in a tempered glass and then you give the value of the tempered glass instead of them telling you to give me a tempered glass for free. So you're going to get the full price for the product and then you offer a bonus with the tempered glass, with you setting the price for them.
Kelly, welcome back. That's 100% right on. Totally accurate.
No, I love the examples you gave between Ross and Macy's. That's a little extra bonus I wasn't even thinking about, but that's amazing. I mean, let me just talk about one that I like a lot. That I hear everybody say is customers. You know what I mean? Like, I almost let's be different. Like, why are we saying the word customers? That just sounds like so like you're not taking charge. It's just like a regular person. You know what I mean? You want them to feel special, right? So why don't we use words instead, like client, people we serve, something like that, instead of customer. And that's something that when I was reading this particular article, that I picked up a lot from. So I wanted just to share that particular word. But Bill, did you want to go? Did you have a particular word that you?
Yes, actually, it's funny. It's the number one on there. It's honestly. And I've always thought about it before. Like when people say honestly, it's like, no, don't be honest with me. Let's keep lying to me. But I saw funny on there because every time somebody says honestly, I'm thinking, so pretty much everything before that was a lie.
I totally agree. That's so true, Bill.
Yeah, like
so that was the number one on the list that you sent. But yeah, to use the word honestly, definitely you can find some replacements like really what I think, or honestly just comes off as you're being fake about the whole thing.
And then Tim, for would you say to stop using customers and then use client? When someone uses the word client, like if they tell you that you're my client or I have a client coming in, it's more of the value. It sounds like, this person's coming in and they're going to spend more money. It puts a higher, I'll say a higher aspect on that person that's coming in versus a customer who's pretty much a customer is like someone who shops at a store regularly every day. And then a client is someone who's coming in to spend a certain amount of value in your store. So it just sounds...
Yeah, you're right on with that one, Kelly. Whenever you're a client, I think, okay, attorney, they have clients. A client is someone that's spending money, whereas a customer, you're thinking retail and, they're spending a couple bucks. But yeah, definitely right on with that one.
Yeah, I love that, guys. And Kelly, I love that you brought that knowledge there too as well. I mean, that's incredible. It just feels like client. I'm not saying the word discount because that's my client, right? So when you put those two together, you know what I mean? Like it almost wants you to not give a discount because you're saying client now. So I like that. I like that a lot. Tammy, did you look down the list? Or Nicole, did you want to go next about the word that you picked particularly?
Yeah, so one that I like on, well, not like, but you know what I mean. One that I like on, there is maybe. So if you say maybe, you're sounding doubtful. Hey, is this speaker, it says water resistant. You have any problems? I might have. Maybe I did. No, you have to sound confident with what you're selling to a customer. If you're not confident, they're not confident. They're not going to want to spend their money on it, So will these earphones that I use to run, I get really sweaty, are they going to have a problem? They might. No, they're going to be great. It's an awesome product. If you have any problems, we have a lifetime warranty. Come back. We'll take care of you. We value our clients, so if you have any issues, please let us know and come visit us. Don't say the word maybe. Always be extremely steadfast in what you're saying, that you stand behind your product 100%. You stand behind the warranty of it 100%, and you know that it's going to be a good product that the customer is going to enjoy and be able to use.
Yeah, I love that. Nicole. I mean, yeah, maybe it's just like you stated. It's just like so like vague and no confidence in what you're talking about. So I totally agree with you. Tammy, did you look at the list? Did you pick a word that you like to stay away from when you're making a sale? Or maybe Carlos.
Hey, yeah, I'll do one real quick.
Okay.
I would say the word obviously, because things are not necessarily obvious to the customer. If you say, well, obviously, this is Bluetooth and that means you can hear or whatever, it's kind of a demeaning word that I hear quite a bit. And I try not to use it myself too, because it gets the person that I'm with like upset because they don't think it's so obvious, you know?
Yeah, and I can give you a pretty much situation like I've heard on some of the phone calls is like, obviously it comes with a lifetime warranty. Obviously it doesn't cover a broken screen. You know, like when you say that, like it's that's fighting words. Like I'm ready to box. You know what I mean? So yeah, I totally agree with you. I think obviously is like you're literally just, you might as well just give them a step upward and give them a curse word or something. You know what I mean? Like, or tell them to kick rocks, because that's kind of what you're doing. So awesome. I love, yeah, that's a great word, a great word to stay away from, guys. So thank you so much. Who wants to go next? Who wants to go next from the list of words that we put together this morning? And go for it.
How are you? It's a great day. Thank you, guys. I want to mention something. I see the word cheap. I think it's don't use cheap in the products, because if you maybe mention cheap, maybe the customer can assume the product is the lower quality. It's better when you mention, maybe Kelly mentioned that, Kelly said that bonuses. Hey, can I apply one bonus in the product? Can I give some discount if it's possible? But don't cheap, because the customer in your mindset can I assume, hey, maybe this one is lower quality, I don't buy this one.
Absolutely. I mean, cheap is, I mean, what kind of word is that? I mean, you need to position yourself where you're going to be selling value, right? Even if you think it's cheap or you've never closed a deal with it, you have to preach the value what you're giving to them. So even if you think the product is cheap, you're not going to sell it if you do. First of all, and so yeah, that word across the board is just not good. So awesome. Carlos.
Yeah, we you mentioned that we sell quality in the service and in the products.
Absolutely. Who wants to go next? Who's got another word there that they want to bring up?
I can use competitor. For me, when you say, our competitors' prices are more expensive, it just seems combative. Like it's very forward, and then it honestly puts a thought in the customer's mind, well, in the client's mind, to go and shop at that competitor. So if with you bringing up the word competitor, it's honestly giving the client like the access of, oh, you know what, there is somebody out there. Maybe, they're just trying to, have their prices or have me shop here when the competitor's price is actually cheaper. So by you saying it, you're the one who's giving the client extra options instead of the client thinking that this is my only option to shop here.
Kelly, that's funny. I actually going to talk about that one next, because I've always hated that word, because don't consider you have competition out there. Be better and bigger than that person down the street from you, whether it's a bigger store, smaller store, whatever it is, maybe more sales volume, whatever the case be. But never consider them your competitor. Always think outside the box of doing something different. Yeah, definitely don't mention competitor too, like you were saying, because it's just, a light's going to go off saying, wait a minute, there's other places that do this stuff? I thought only Techy did this stuff.
Exactly.
And you could piggyback off price with that too as well. You know what I mean? With competitor. Because when you say price, my price, okay, well, now that shows, that's another word that says, hey, there's somebody else out there that might beat that price. You see what I'm saying? So competitor and price is kind of hand in hand, if you will. So what would be some words that we could use besides price? You know what I mean? Anybody have any words that we would use besides price?
You could basically just say the cost of this product is $9.99.
Yeah, cost. Yeah. What other words would there be that you could use? Anybody off the top of your head that could?
You can also say value.
Okay. Yeah, value. Price. Price may make them think that there's other shops around, right? And again, so maybe even use the word investment. Your total investment will be.
Forget cost. Cost is on the cost is on the list.
Yeah. So whoever said that one, I don't know. I think it was Kelly. Hey, but this
it was me.
This is why we're doing this, guys. We're learning, even as we go, we're learning. So, but anybody want to come up to the top and say a word that you should never use? I mean, there's one obvious one that sticks out there. Now, we were on the Facebook group, and one of our team members said it, and I replied back to it, and then he replied back to another bad word. So. What would be another word? Maybe? Hey, Jay, thanks for coming up. What would be a word that you shouldn't use as a salesperson?
Yeah, I definitely got a couple words, but definitely one thing I want to stress is sounds. A lot of people use sounds, I hear a lot of texts before they give those Samsung quotes. They always go, ooh, customers don't want to hear that shit. If I take my car to the mechanic, the last thing I want to hear is the mechanic be like, "Oh man, yeah, dude, this is gonna run you a pretty penny." So yeah, I would definitely say sounds is definitely a good thing to stay away from.
I like it, Jay. You're passionate about it. Sounds. I mean, yeah, that
for sure. Especially for the Samsung screens. Every time I gotta quote a customer for a Samsung screen, I always tell them, I'm like, "Oh, you're just in luck. We actually put those on sale this week."
Yeah, absolutely. I love that you brought that up. So, I mean, what would be another word somebody want to bring up? Maybe don't? Maybe?
Expensive.
What is it?
Expensive. You don't want to use that word.
Yes.
Nothing's expensive. Yeah, Jay, those are two great ones, not even on the list. But, yeah, definitely those both are just obvious things. Obvious. And cost and value, two separate things. The cost is the cost, but our value always exceeds the cost.
Well, I have always not liked the word can't.
Yes.
Be able to give them what they're looking for, and if you something else.
You're breaking up a little bit, but yeah, can't. That's funny that you brought that up because that's what happened. So when I was on the chat with a team, and they said don't, and then I said you should never say don't, and he followed up with I can't, and I just was like 2 words in less than 2 seconds that we should never use. So yeah, can't is definitely one of those words. They always say you're an American, right? You're whatever it may be. So that's one of the things that I hear a lot.
And I also wanted to touch on what word Tammy had said was obviously, when I'm in a conversation and someone says that, it makes me feel like they think I'm uneducated because it's not obvious to me.
Yeah, and it's funny that you say that because that's actually like textbooks or definition of what one of the words not to say. I mean, this article that I read, that was what the definition pretty much was like you're pretty much saying that you don't know what you're doing, So yeah, that's right on the money. So thank you all. Thank you for sharing that. Appreciate that. Anybody else have any words they want to come up? I mean, one of the things that I would like to say, and I'm trying, and I think I'm trying to perfect myself too as well. And this is maybe not on the customer. Did I just say customer? And I'm even trying to help myself with that too. Client, that I'm trying to get people to get rid of too is the word that just eats me because it depreciates the value of I would say our team is employee. Like I almost cringe now when I say that. So it's team member, it's partner, it's owner. It's something where it's not. They don't feel like they're just another number. So what do you guys think about that? So So
if I'm referring to a customer about one of my coworkers, usually I try to label them as specialist of something. You know, like we'll be like, oh yeah, the game console specialist. Let me go get him for you. He'll help you out. You know, or yeah, we got the computer specialist here today. He'll be more than glad to help you out. And you know, not only does the employee feel good, but the customer is also like, oh shit, the specialist is here. That's perfect. That's the guy I want to talk to.
absolutely. So, Jay, appreciate that. You got a lot of knowledge behind it, and that's amazing. And thank you. It's even getting me to say specialist. Okay. I like that.
Yeah, for sure. Everybody wants to be called a specialist, you know. Even the tempered glass. Hey, the tempered glass specialist is here today. He's going to explain everything to you guys about the tempered glass and the warranty. Now, shit, it sounds more than just a tempered glass, you know.
I love it. Thank you, Jay, for sharing. Appreciate that. Anybody else have anything they want to come up and just talk about, or even a word? You know, we just want to give you guys tips. You know what I mean? That's what we're trying to do, communicate. And we hope that you communicate this with all your team members just too. There's many other words out there, guys, but you should go out there and, you know, just do like what I did. I Google search some of the words and came up with some of them. So Christian's coming up and wants to say something there. Go ahead, Christian.
Hey guys, it's a great day at Techy.
Thank you.
So I'm not sure about the words, but since like we have just 10 minutes to like end this talk, I just want to ask you about this executive order signed by Biden about the right to repair. If we can just have a separate session to talk about that, you know, what do you think it's gonna be, you know, like the positive and negative impacts on that in our like industry? If we can do some brainstorming.
Absolutely. I love it. Yeah. We can definitely talk about this. This is something that's been going on for years and trying to pass. And we will definitely bring this up, maybe not this week, but maybe next week, and kind of go from there. So, yeah, I love that you came up and brought that. And, you know, obviously we don't have that much more time, so we can't really bring too much about it. I needed to. Yeah, thank you so much. Appreciate that. And we will... Anybody else want to come up and just... Christian, thank you so much. I already put that in my notes, and we will definitely talk about it. Anybody else want to go? But if not, before we go, our CEO, our leader, Bill, what do you got for us?
Yeah, I appreciate everybody coming up here. Jay again. Christian, yeah, I'll look into that. I'm not aware of that. Could just be politics, but, you know, we'll read more about it and see exactly what's going on. Tim, thanks for bringing this article to our attention. You know, it's definitely good. And obviously, we're just saying that these are just good words not to say. You know, more when you're selling than your basic conversation with your family or something. And Rana, if you could actually send that out to everybody, email everybody that article or list that Tim has there. Other than that, everybody have a great day. And as usual, we hope to see you on tomorrow. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, guys. Tomorrow's, guys, remember, is all about you guys having questions we want to answer for you. So tomorrow's Wednesday. Questions we want to hear from you guys, and we can answer for you. Thank you.